Welcome to another episode of Break. I'm Josh Rutensky. I'm here with my co-host, Moses Nunez Jr., and we have a guest today, Renaud.
How you doing?
How are you doing today?
I'm all right.
Thank you for joining us.
No problem. Glad to be here.
All right, well, I want to start off talking about that World Series game last night. That was probably one of the greatest baseball games I've ever watched.
That is the only time I will ever stay up to 2 in the morning and, watch the Cubs play because it was phenomenal. Like, I was just screaming. Like, every word that came out of my mouth was pretty much a curse word. So it was great.
I can agree with that.
Yeah, a lot of anxiety.
It was pretty hard. I mean, I really didn't care really who won.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really like the Cubs. I don't really hate any of them, but I don't really, like any of them.
Nah.
So it's like, it was very stupid. I think the Cubs deserve to win it. I thought it would be pretty funny if the Indians won and the Cubs still have their drought.
I know. But from a historical standpoint, I wanted the Cubs to win it. From the get-go, I knew it was going to be 7 games because both teams had a lot riding on this postseason. With the Indians not winning for 68 years and, another 40 years from their 68 was the Cubs with 108. And, from a historical standpoint, there's been so much that's been going on with the Chicago Cubs from the time that they won it the last time until last night. So honestly, I think that they deserved it because that when the Cubs last won it, it was the start of pretty much the start of the century, the 20th century.
That's exactly true. I mean, it was 1908. It's over 100 years ago. There's so much that has changed since the last time they won it. I should tell you something kind of interesting, not really relative to 1908 at all. Mm-hmm. You know who the last team to have the best record in the National League and win the World Series was?
The Cubs? The Indians?
The Mets, 86.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Jeez. Yeah, well, let's just, honestly, we can say right now that Theo Epstein is the
greatest general manager.
Oh, yeah, and he's the curse buster.
Yeah.
Like, now if he can just be with the Mets, that'd be phenomenal. We'll win every year.
I mean, as much as I want to say the Mets, I feel like his next step should be the Indians.
No.
The Indians
No.
No?
No, let the Indians, whatever. Yeah, whatever.
I don't think Sandy Alderson's bad, though.
No, he's not. No, Sandy Alderson's not bad, but there's something about Theo Epstein that
he gets all these great players and
Magical.
just
puts
them together.
He told the Cubs fans, he was like, listen, we're going to suffer for a couple of years, but bear with me because I'll make your team great.
And he did.
Yeah.
He finally got them a championship after 108 years.
But, as good as that is, there's, the whole thing with Familia.
I don't even really want to even talk about this, but I feel like you have to. What is going on? I mean, it seems like either baseball or football.
Yeah.
There's always, even basketball a little bit.
No,
Not as much,
it's football and...
Yeah, but what is going on with this and why does it keep happening?
Well, because, I don't know, they have a problem with hitting... They want to hit their wives or significant others because they're dumbasses. Not the wives that are dumb, but the husbands. Like Familia, he's stupid. Like, no matter what a woman does, you'd never put a finger on her. And he's an idiot, and he reacted wrong. No matter what, just walk away from it.
I agree, yeah.
All right, I understand. Like, I grew up with a Hispanic mom, and I've had ex-girlfriends who were Hispanic and a little crazy. And, whenever I got into an argument with them, I never laid my hand on them. I would walk away from it. Just walk away.
Well, I mean, as much as I love Familia, I assume he's going to get suspended.
I wouldn't be...
You look at Chapman, he got suspended for 30 games. So you know what's gonna happen.
We're gonna need a new
But
closer.
you know what though? But that's the thing. I honestly think this is a good thing for the Mets because now maybe we can get a guy like Chapman or a guy like Miller.
Why would you want Chapman though? He nearly blew the World Series last night.
But he's still a great closer.
He's a decent closer. I want to say he's a great closer. Would I trust him in the bottom of the ninth with bases
Would
loaded?
you trust him in the bottom of the eighth?
No,
No.
I wouldn't trust him at all.
All right. So what about Andrew Miller?
Yeah,
I mean, there's also
yeah.
There's also
Well,
Jansen.
what's his ERA?
I don't know offhand, but I mean, besides from last night though, look how he was easily one of the best relief pitchers this whole season.
Chapman?
Chapman and Miller.
Oh, Miller was, but Chapman was horrible. Most of the games that the Cubs were either losing or lost was because Chapman choked.
Well, I mean, I think Andy Reid though is also a pretty good option. I mean,
Yeah.
he in my opinion is probably one of the most underrated relievers in the entire league. His ERA was under 2.
Wow.
Yeah, and he was our setup man.
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of people really
No.
realize that.
Well,
But I don't think though he'd be like when he was a closer back. I think it was the White Sox. He really wasn't that good. I think he's more suitable for that 8th inning.
yeah. Well, I mean, the thing is with closers, the thing with closers is that, well, with the Mets, the reason why we have such a solid pitching staff is because the Mets, they acquired everyone that was in their farm system. That was Minaya. That wasn't Alderson. That was Minaya. That's the thing. We don't know what Alderson's gonna do with, this whole situation. Like, this is the first time that Alderson's gonna have to make a move, as in terms of who are we gonna get.
It's true.
So we'll see.
I mean, we do know though that Alderson would be forgiving because of course he did give Jose Arias a chance.
That's true.
But anyway, let's move on to football.
Yeah,
And let's
please.
start off with last week. I really thought the Jets were gonna lose.
We're talking about last week, right?
Yeah. Well,
What happened last week? I want to hear what Renault has to say about
Okay.
last week.
All right. Well, as you all know, the Cowboys defeated the Eagles. Not really happy about this. We have a 13-point lead. Dak Prescott, who I see as a good quarterback, was, I'm not gonna say the greatest, but had a bad night and pulled through. I don't know what to say. I know we were missing key parts, like our defensive line was missing Benny Logan, and our besides him, I think he was the main key, and our wide receivers couldn't catch a cold. So I mean,
Yeah, but I mean,
it's bad.
Prescott.
Was 10 of 30 something that night. He was not great.
He wasn't, but he's definitely someone I would
was
put over Romo any day of the week. So
Well, yeah, for their sake, they better keep Prescott in.
Yeah.
Because they put Romo in, it's over.
So what did you think of last week?
I mean, I want to talk about the Jets a little bit. I
Okay.
mean, I really had a feeling they were going to lose. I don't know why, but
Browns.
what?
It's the Browns.
You know what? I thought it'd be really funny. I mean, well, I'm a Giants fan, so I guess I can say it's funny. That that they would, if they lost against the Browns, the team that hasn't won a game, but I mean they did win. So
Yeah, I mean, it was expected of to win. Like the Jets really shouldn't. If the Jets lost last week, I would have gave up on watching football. I would have stopped watching football for the season. I would have watched the Giants for the rest of the season. I wouldn't even watch a Jets game. But I knew for a fact there's no way, because the way Fitzpatrick has been playing, there's
so
no way.
inconsistent, though.
He's not. Well, no, he had
His last 2 games have been sloppy but effective.
Exactly.
It's
but
true, but-
it's been working. That's the thing. It's been working. And you got to remember, this is a guy that he was holding out most of training camp, most of the preseason. He didn't get any reps. So this is what happens when you think you're the best thing ever. You're like Joe Montana, and it all stemmed from Brock Osweiler, who has a flip-flop playing style. Like, he does great one week, he does great, horrible another week.
Yet they're 5-3.
I wouldn't compare. I would not compare Fitzpatrick though to Montana.
No, but I'm saying he's getting Montana. He's expecting to get Montana type of money, but he never produced in the big game. And it's all because Brock Osweiler and the desperate Texans, who they don't even have a defensive end anymore since J.J. Watt is gone.
Hey, Clowney's okay.
He's all right, but J.J. Watt completes him.
I mean, yeah, true. But
You know for a fact that now like any team that goes against the Texans, they don't have to worry about that pass rush.
Well, at least
Or
on
not
that
Clowney.
At least on that side, yes.
On that side, yes. And you can see that they've been missing him.
Oh yeah.
So it just shows that like J.J. Watt was huge.
Oh, of course.
But they were desperate for a quarterback. And who they got? They got Osweiler, and they were paying him what, 18 million for.
Nah, well,
No, it was a huge.
It was a 4-year contract for $72 million.
Something, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and he
That
didn't.
really is.
He won a Super Bowl, but he wasn't even playing.
Yeah, he's a backup.
He brought them to it.
For 2 games. Yeah.
Exactly. But Fitzpatrick got upset, and he didn't even get us into the postseason last year.
What gets me with Fitzpatrick, he's a known journeyman, and you've been average your whole career. So
But that's all he
for
is. He's just average.
Yeah, but for
He was
you to,
never better than that.
But for you to ask for like large amounts of money, it's just like, have a seat.
Yeah,
you
like-
haven't done anything.
Like, until you produce every single place that he's gone to,
He's been okay.
he's been decent,
Yeah,
but he
pretty
can
much.
never win the big one. He can never win it. That's his career. He gets you where you need to be, but then when it comes to playoffs, he's quiet.
Yeah. Well, I mean, speaking of your Eagles, playing the Giants this week. We'll start out with you. What do you think's gonna happen? I assume you're gonna say the Eagles are gonna win, but
Well, of course. All right. Well, our defensive line is back to full strength. You know, you guys, offensive line, couldn't block midgets. You guys are trash when it comes to the up front.
Yeah, we're 4-3 too. Just throwing that out there.
But you know, I think the defense can, you know, help us win this game. If it doesn't help us win the game, like I said, if we have receivers that can catch, but I doubt that as well. We learned to hold on to the ball. Thank you, Ryan Matthews or Smallwood. Carson Wentz is looking like a decent prospect if he can throw the ball 20 yards down the field. So, you know, I've looked at the Giants' defense as well. Guys played great against the Rams, even though it's Case Keenum. Come on.
We also played against the team that you lost to last week, and we did good defensively.
Wow.
But do I have to bring that up? I guess I
You
do.
played okay defensively, but keep going.
I
Anyway,
have to.
2013 Eagles.
And
Come on.
how many rings do you guys have?
How
How many rings? How many rings have you witnessed
have?
in your lifetime? How many times have you seen the Eagles go to the Super Bowl and actually win it?
Have you been living in the past for a while now, huh?
No.
No,
You want to bring up the past? I'm going to bring up the past.
I'm bringing up.
You want to
current-
bring up 2013? I'm going to bring
bringing
2012.
up Sunday's game. What are you? Where
You
are
said 2013.
Where are you reaching? I said 20 to 13 Eagles.
2013. See,
Well,
I was ready.
Get out
I
of your,
was ready.
Get
I
out of
was
your
ready.
feelings.
Okay.
Get out of your feelings.
Okay, I'll give you that. Okay. I was ready to unload on stats.
Jesus. And this is why I'm an Eagles fan, people.
Yeah, you just,
I like to relax and not be
mean,
hostile over everything.
you know, okay. And I mean, I just feel bad for the girl that you date, you know, because you're an Eagles fan. And Eagles fans, you usually get rings. So are you going to ever propose?
Oh, that was well played. That was well played. That was cute. That was cute.
I mean, you'll definitely get her donuts because that's the amount of Super Bowl you guys won.
What's the prediction for the game?
I don't know. I don't understand why this is so funny. He asked you a question. His predictions, by the way, are always right. So listen
I've
to him.
been undefeated.
What's your prediction for the
I've
game?
been undefeated. This week, I'm going to go with
If you say the Eagles, I'm gonna slap you right
I'm
now.
gonna go with you. Slap me. I will roundhouse kick you so hard that To is gonna want to play again. I want to say 20. I would say 21 to 17.
Fair.
I'm scared to say the Giants, but I'm also scared to say the Eagles. But I'll go with.
You're only
the
scared to say
G-Men.
Eagles, so you don't want me to slap you.
I don't care. I'm being scared because my undefeated streak is on the line right now. So if I lose, I lose. No, I would say, in all honesty, the way that you guys have been playing the last couple of weeks, I would say 21-17 Eagles.
I
I have to. I have to.
If the
I'll
defense
give you
comes
Carson
around.
Wentz. I'll give you. I'm on the Carson Wentz bandwagon.
We beat the Vikings with the defense.
I'll give you it.
I'll tell you what my
But
prediction-
also, didn't you say that you guys exploited that defense?
The Vikings?
Yeah, the defense is not as good as everyone makes it to seem like.
Yeah, the run actually with Sproles actually opened up a lot for us. Wentz with the short passing game, which is effective, worked as well. But like I said before, now, it's when you have receivers that drop 2 to 3 balls a game, how do you expect to win? You get lucky at times.
Yeah.
But I mean, if it wasn't for that kickoff return, goodbye Josh Huff, you know, we could probably end up losing the game. I mean, it was 11-3 at half. That's numbers you don't see. So,
That's a
like I said,
non-football game.
exactly. The offense has to click. At least in my eyes. I don't know.
I'm gonna keep your numbers, but I'm gonna say Giants. I'm gonna go
How
21-17
original.
Giants.
Just
No,
take
I mean-
my score, but flip it.
No, I mean I could see them winning by a field goal. Though I feel like it's gonna be a close game.
No, it's gonna be a.
Maybe 20-23, 23-20. How about
Yeah,
that?
I can see that.
I'll go with that.
That too.
I can
Keep
see
it a little
that.
different.
Yeah, finally.
What's his face has to make better playing calls as well. I don't need any halfback passes at all.
Well, it also depends on what Eli Manning we're going to get this week, too. We're going to get the Eli Manning that produced 2 Super Bowl rings, or we're going to get the Eli Manning that plays like he's on the Eagles. We'll see.
Well, we beat me for maybe so. 4 straight years.
All right. Well,
But
let's talk about the Jets and the Dolphins.
yeah,
Jets are 3-5. Miami's
Hey,
3-4.
look at that.
Another
Kind of close record. I mean, I guess you can say it's the same record, kind of.
Yeah.
Because one of them had a bye.
this one's tough because they both play horrible.
they
That's
do.
true.
The Giants, wow.
The Jets.
Jets. The Jets are, I want to take them. I want to.
I'm going to.
But
I'm going to go with the Dolphins.
I can't. If we get, first of all, let's just face facts. Matt Forte has been carrying this team on offense.
Not Marshall? I think your receivers have played
No,
okay.
our receivers are okay, but Forte, the last couple of weeks since Geno, it's so weird. Every time Geno gets hurt, it's like there's a fire under everyone's butt to do good.
He lights it.
Exactly. Matt Forte has been quiet all season. Well, don't get me wrong. He had an amazing game. I think it was against the Bills or somebody, where he had 100 receiving yards, a couple of touchdowns, and he had a great game. He was quiet for 2 or 3 weeks.
Yep.
And then the game that Fitzpatrick came back in, he dominated, and then he did well last week too.
True.
So he's been on the, like I said last week, stick to the ground and pound. Stick to it. You see that Fitzpatrick is sloppy because of the amount of reps he didn't take. He was very sloppy this entire season. Stick to ground and pound. Worry about the run. If it doesn't work, first of all, Miami's pass rush isn't that good.
Right. Well,
Their secondary is decent, but their pass rush isn't good.
so what
I mean, they're rushing. They're rushing. Sorry, they allow the run. They're good.
well,
you know.
Well, with me, the Jets, like, Jets have to, on defense, just stop the running back Ajayi and stop Landry. And then that's it, because Tannehill is always up and down.
Yeah.
And on defense, just stay away from Sue.
Yeah.
You run away from Sue, Jets win 2010.
I'll say,
What do you say?
I'll drop it down. I'll say 17-14.
All right, fair enough.
I'm gonna say Dolphins. I'll say
Get out.
14-10.
Oh, God.
Why does that sound vaguely familiar? 14-10. What did you say?
I said 2010.
2010,
Yeah.
and I said 14-17. Oh, I got it. He took both of our scores and combined it.
I didn't do that. No.
Oh, man.
But quickly though, talk about the Dolphins. I can't believe that Adrian Foster actually retired.
Yeah, well, I'm going to talk about it next week.
Yeah, I mean,
I tip my hat to him.
unfortunately we are
I
running out of
enjoyed it.
time.
Yeah.
But we'll definitely talk about it next week. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'm Josh Butensky.
Moses Nunez Jr.
Renal Barnes Smith.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.
Why is Chase...